Welcome to Off Duty. I'm Kelsey Hubbard. We're going to open the show with some super heroics today. Marvel's The Avengers will close out the Tribeca Film Festival this weekend. Our own Speakeasy crew pulled together Avengers for Dummies, so you can get well acquainted with Thor and Captain America well before the wider release next weekend. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Christopher John Farley, editor of the Wall Street Journal's Speakeasy blog. I'm here joined by Alexander Cheney and Barbara Chai. We can get to business, which is talking about The Avengers. My son is already talking about this film. He's 9 years old, so I think they've captured that market. It's trending on the web. Are you guys looking forward to seeing this film?
Absolutely.
Why haven't you gotten this to screening?
They aren't really handing out screeners to the superhero film of all superhero films.
I guess we'll have to just watch the trailer since we haven't
For
seen
now,
the film yet. So
but it's coming. It's going to premiere at Tribeca.
Let's
it's going
watch
to be
the trailer. This
out
will be what we'll have to settle for.
May 4th.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
Like Inception, right? With the
they're like Inception.
They could fight the battles that we never could.
And there's
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. And you talked to Chris Evans,
I did
right?
speak to him primarily about Puncture, a kind of indie he did, but we talked a little bit about the Avengers. He's very excited. And Chris Hemsworth.
Whose brother Liam Hemsworth, right?
Was in the Hunger Games.
In the Hunger Games.
If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn sure we'll avenge it.
But what fascinates me about this is the fact that they kind of crowdsourced this movie, or they had all these other movies feeding into this movie in order to make the Avengers bigger than ever. I mean, they had the Hulk. What are the other ones? Thor,
Iron Man, and Iron Man 2.
And then they took all this stuff, all this Marvel content, and they put it into one big super movie that I hope is sort of bigger than the sum of its parts.
This is a huge cast, right? I mean, Samuel Jackson, Robert Downey Jr. is very popular.
All of these, they've already
all of them
stood
Mark
alone.
Ruffalo, all of them, and they're in this cast together as superheroes.
Well, and you talked
most
to Mark
of them.
Ruffalo.
One interesting thing that came out of our conversation was he said these superhero films are our modern mythology. That's how he referred to them. And he said these are the stories that our kids learn their morals from.
Your work is unparalleled, and I'm a huge fan of the way you lose control and turn into an enormous green rage monster.
I think he has his work cut out for him because two great actors so far have failed at playing the Hulk. Now here he is, the third guy in line to do it. And how is he going to Hulk out in a different way than these other two guys did previously? I mean, it's a tough role, obviously. It always looks fake. He's green.
Exactly.
It just doesn't look real.
I did speak with the director of Toonsium, this cartoon museum in Pittsburgh, Joe Was, who made a really good point and said the Hulk is really difficult to transfer on the big screen because so much of the Hulk's character in the comic books is his emotion. And so Mark, as Dr. Bruce Banner, has to kind of convey that, but then as the Hulk, also has to sort of contain his rage.
Let us watch something that fed into the Avengers, Thor, which I thought was actually really, really well done.
You are a vain, greedy, cruel boy. And you are an old man and a fool!
So what is Thor's special power?
He has the hammer.
Oh, right.
He's
He was
strong.
banished from the heavens. He was a god.
He can summon lightning
God of
and a
thunder.
whole storm. And that's a shot there I think that got a lot of women to watch the movie.
I actually went to a screening and I was in a room with all women. There were no men in the room. And that scene happened and literally everyone in the room just went,
I think that sounds like a guy sucking in their guts to try to look more like him. It wasn't women gasping. It was like, it looked like that. Here's a big question about Thor and the Avengers trending up or down in the near future, the Avengers?
I would say absolutely upward. They did a brilliant kind of tie-in with Tribeca. They're closing the festival and they're also looping in a kind of local heroes angle. They're inviting law enforcement, they're inviting firefighters, they're inviting paramedics to come to be the local heroes as opposed to these, superheroes.
So what do you think? Avengers trending up or down in the near future?
Absolutely trending up. I mean, it's a big summer, right, for a lot of blockbusters, and this seems to be one of the first, especially since it's closing Tribeca. It's only going to trend up.
What do you think? Are you going to watch the Avengers? Are you waiting patiently for the Avengers to happen? We want to hear what you have to say. If you're someone who's representing the film, please get us a screening. If you're not representing the film, leave a comment. So thanks a lot for watching.
We're going to move from one kind of superhero to another. Today is the first day of the 2012 NFL Draft. Our own Lee Hawkins sat down with draft hopeful Russell Wilson.
Well, my goal personally, I'm always on a quest for knowledge. I'm always trying to learn more. Whether if I've been in the system for 3, 4, 5 years, I'm still trying to play like I'm a rookie, the first day ever, and be able to go to Wisconsin. I got there July 1st. I told myself I had 21 days to learn this whole entire playbook, an NFL-style playbook, and I put everything into it.
Russell Wilson led the University of Wisconsin Badgers to a Big Ten championship last year and also to the Rose Bowl, and now he's in New York just hours away from the start of the NFL Draft, and he hopes to be in a new NFL jersey by the end of the week. How are you?
I'm great. I'm glad to be here in New York City, and it's a great place, and I've been excited for this moment my whole entire life.
This won't be your first time as a professional athlete, though, right? I mean, you played professional baseball. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I got drafted in the 4th round by Colorado Rockies in 2010, so I know how to be professional. I'm excited about the opportunities of playing in the National Football League, though.
Did you perform as well in baseball as you thought?
Well, I started off, in A-ball. I think I did pretty good, but, you always want to do better, whenever you're playing a professional sport. But, I just knew that my heart and my desire to play football was unmatchable.
You're an under-pressure player. You're that guy on the sidelines that sees the defense give up some points, and then you throw a 70-yard pass.
Well, I think as a quarterback, you have to, you have to be able to, sustain pressure. You have to, just be the calm in the storm at all times.
Right, but how do you do that? Because not every quarterback is able to do that, and that's really your trademark.
I think all the things I've been through, in my life, playing professional sports, as you said, but also, my dad passed away the next day. And just all the things that I've gone through. I've started in 50-plus games. I played a lot of football and played a lot of baseball too. So, that professional type, sport, I've always been playing. And so just being calm and just telling myself, hey, relax in this moment, be big right here. Big-time players make big-time plays in big situations.
When you go into the draft, there are people that are saying you won't go until maybe the 4th round. And that's because you're a little shorter, not as big as your average starting quarterback. Don't you think you should probably go higher?
Well, I'm the exception to the rule. I'm trying to be the exception to the rule by the way I play. I believe that I have all the tools. I believe I have the mental aptitude. I just need an opportunity.
Right.
And whatever team takes me, whether it's the first pick overall or the 200th pick.
When you look at the way that quarterbacks are judged before they come in based on, things like your 40 time or your height or your weight, should it be that hard and fast, or is it also an art to pick the right quarterback?
Well, I think it definitely is important to see a guy's physical attributes, what he brings to the table athletically and size-wise. And I definitely believe that I have everything except for maybe the height. Maybe a little bit shorter than some of the other guys. But, in terms of, picking a quarterback, there's a lot that goes into it. It has to be how he plays on film. How does he do when the game's on the line? How does he do in 3rd down situations, red zone situations, when the game's on the line?
That experience of coming into Wisconsin and transferring and having to learn the offense so quickly will help you in the NFL.
Well, I think that's huge. I think every NFL team that I've talked to has mentioned the fact that, I can learn very quickly. And that's tough to do. Some of the guys who have played quarterback in the college football level haven't played in NFL offenses, and so I think that's an advantage, a huge advantage that I have.
When you go into the draft now, if there's any message that you want to deliver to the teams going into the draft about you in terms of your tangible qualities as a quarterback, what is that?
Well, I think you have to put on the film and see the competition that I've played week in and week out, and at the high level that I've played it at. I've had the opportunity to break NCAA records with the passing efficiency. I got to Wisconsin, pulled on Bree Street, and I just continually thought, I want to be the best quarterback in this college football season.
And you signed with Nike.
Yeah.
You just signed an endorsement with Nike. How did that come about?
Well, Nike, had been talking to me and some other, organizations and everything, but there's no better company than Nike. I was fired up to sign with them. Excited about that. I'm excited to wear that every single day, and be out in the football field wearing the swoosh.
Okay, well, keep in touch with us. We're going to be following you closely,
Thank
Russell
you so
Wilson.
much. It's good seeing you.
Quick question. Do any of you fondue? If so, you're going to want to pay attention to the WSJ's Test Kitchen, where we take a look at some of the more upscale fondue kits. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in tomorrow to catch all of Wendy's exploits from Fenway Park in Boston. And don't forget to click above to subscribe and stay tuned to WSJ's YouTube channel for more video content. I'm Kelsey Hubbard. Thanks for watching.